This is NSL 360. Guys, it's very interesting in African football. It's very, very interesting. Before I tell you what's so interesting, please subscribe before watching the show. My name is Najim. I'm with Albert Muela. I mean, our guy from Ireland, but obviously he's coming in South Africa. Just is leaving on Friday. Actually, when are you leaving, Albert?
Friday, this Friday.
Yeah, he's leaving on Friday, going back to Ireland. Obviously, he's here in Johannesburg. I thought maybe before he departs and leave the country. The good thing about it, he has been watching South African football, the matches, which is a good thing for because I'm interested to know his take, one, on Orlando Pirates, two, on Mamelodi Sundowns title challenge. As well as, guys, it looks like in football has changed. Football changes. Referee's decision is no longer final. The interesting thing, Mr. Moela, is that yesterday, I think it was on the 17th March 2026, CAF announced a new champion. Senegal, who won the champion in January, are no longer the champions of African football as per the CAF. They've decided no, Morocco. 3 months later or 2 months later, we are the champion. What's your take on that? I personally have never seen such madness where you make a decision like that with about a title. 2 months later, this is killing African football. For me, obviously, it's a disgrace in African football. It's something that is not supposed to be happening, but it's happening. I don't know what Dr. Patrice Motsepe thinks the CAF president under his leadership. It was formed in 1957. In the history of CAF, it has never, ever happened where AFCON plays and finishes 2 months later, then there's a protest, then you take out the medals and give it to someone else. But obviously, the Moroccan Senegalese Football Federation, they said they are going to appeal this decision to CAS, the Court Arbitration of Sport, obviously the highest appealing body in sport. I honestly think CAS is going to reverse it. Senegal is going to be the champion. But I'm not the one. Say, how are you and what's your take about this decision?
Yeah, just thanks for inviting me again, Nadine. I had to apologize to my viewers for not being the channel for more times. I had my own problems with internet, but I'm good now. I'm good to go. Now, it looks like in Africa, yeah, we're taking 2 steps forward, or 1 step forward, 2 steps backwards all the time. Things that don't change. From the start, yeah, this never happened before. That the team is been they take the cup away from the team. Never happened. In most cases, yeah, they will find the club. In most cases, even you see Manchester City situation, they will not take all Manchester City the league's cups they won. They will find them. There should be another type of punishment, not just that one of taking the cup away. That's terrible, to be honest with you, as far as I'm concerned. Remember, Nadine, we always suspected that CAF want Morocco to win this AFCON. We always suspected through the dubious refereeing and all during the course of the tournament. Don't forget that. So they gave it. Now they gave them they want to give them on the platter without working for it. You know, that's terrible. In my opinion, it should never happen, and the CAF should be ashamed of themselves, even Motsepe, for doing this. That decision alone is not good for him. Never. We don't condone it. I think the whole African countries, they should boycott this cup if they take Senegal's cup away. They should boycott it. It's nonsense, to be honest with you. That's my opinion on it.
Obviously, Albert, you've been watch football for a longest time. You watched Dr. Kumalo for more than 3 decades. Have you ever seen such a decision in your life as a football person?
No. It's never happened, taking cups away from another team. Like, why? If it happened a long time ago, it's fine, but not in this generation. Never. You'll find the club. We all wanted Senegal to discipline whatever they did. There's nothing wrong with that. Even Morocco, we wanted that. But you can't say, okay, let's go and take the cup away from them and give it to the other one. No, man. That doesn't make sense, that one, at all. It doesn't make sense. How is Morocco gonna celebrate this, by the way, if they give them this cup? They can't celebrate this cup. Do you know what I mean?
No, they've already started. They've already started in the street of Morocco with scooters. They're already celebrating the African champions.
No. I think the players will be ashamed of themselves if they go and celebrate this. If the players themselves they've got a pride on them, they'll just say no, we don't going to be there. It's not going to feel the same though for them. It's not going to feel the same, and we are not going to count it anyway. I'm not going to count it that they won it. To be honest with you, never. I'm not going to count it. It's wrong. It's just wrong. It's wrong. I don't know. I don't know how you feel about it, Nadim, but to me, no. It should never happen.
I honestly think it is killing African football. This decision is killing African football. You remember, European teams are always, teams like Arsenal, stop
Yeah.
signing African players because of the Africa Cup of Nations.
Yeah.
Teams like Real Madrid, they don't sign African players because of this. The only reason Brahim Diaz is playing for Morocco, he grew up in Spain, then he changed. He's played for the Spanish national team, then he changed and say, I want to play to Morocco because I wanted to play in the World Cup. But historically, even Barcelona, most of the team, they don't sign African players because of the Africa Cup of Nations. They don't take it serious. This decision is going to make it worse. Even European teams will refuse their players to go to the AFCON. What is that? Why are you going to go there? Because if you win, the trophy might be taken away from you. So what? Just stay here where you're making money, because even if you win, there's not guaranteed. We're all praising Sadio Mane. That was sportsmanship, what he did, saying they must come back. Then immediately now the decision is changing 2 months later. For me, it's embarrassing of African football. I don't know if the right people are running African football. I honestly don't know, because if they are running African football for the interest of football, is an emotional game. You win, you lift the trophy, you celebrate. That moment you can't take away from someone. Then 2 months later, then 2 months later, no, we are no longer come and bring a medal, bring the prize money. We are no longer the champion. This one is a champion.
Holding the cup, the pictures are there.
Yeah,
The pictures
yeah.
are celebrating. Do you know what I mean? They've got a cup already. Everyone knows that they've got a cup. You remember what happened in the final? Also, to be honest, we've been under attack. They found the reason we gave them a reason. Senegal and Morocco, they gave the whole world the reason to attack African Cup of Nations according to their behavior. So this one, it make it even worse. They'll think we're a joke. Africa is a joke, or everything is a joke. If this happen, it's not good, man. It's not professional. If you want to go as hard as I can, it doesn't look professional the way they do this. No, find Morocco. The best way they can come up with this, okay, let them find Morocco. Find Morocco and find Senegal, or maybe whatever. It can go. They can find them, or maybe disqualify them for the next tournament. Don't take this one away. This one is done. This one is done. We forgot about it.
The interesting thing, according to the FIFA laws of the game, it says a referee's decision is final. Does this thing means a referee's decision is no, because law 5, it says a referee's decision is final and cannot be changed. So now, does it mean the referee's decision is no longer final? A referee can finish a match, end it, and then put a final score, team gets trophies. Then later on in African football, because worldwide it doesn't happen, such things. Then what does it mean? How do you think FIFA will react with that? Because it's also contravening the FIFA laws of the game, where it says the FIFA referee's decision is final. Either you were robbed, you scored, the goal was scored with a hand, like Maradona. I nearly said Maradona in 1986. He scored a World Cup goal with a hand. Imagine if FIFA reverse that game against England and say, England, you are the champion. That girl was caught by hand.
Yes, like England in South African in 2010 World Cup. England in Mafikeng. Rooney scored. Was it Lampard or Rooney? One of them. The ball hit inside the neck.
It was Frank Lampard. It was Frank Lampard. I remember was there. Yeah.
And then
Frank
England
Lampard,
went out of the tournament because of that.
Yeah.
England went out of the tournament because of that. You can't say, oh, let's do a replay because there was a mistake by the referee. But in this case here, the referee was not mistaken. There's no mistake by the referee. The referee declared.
Then FIFA needs to award England the World Cup, not Spain, because that decision. What if England went on to the final?
Yeah, it's very hard to take. The referee in this situation here, even if the referee was terrible, okay, in the match, normally what they'll do, they will find the referee or they will demote the referee. They will not change the results of the game. The result has been declared that Senegal won by the referee. It's been sealed. So in this case, I don't know what they're thinking. Well, I didn't read the whole document about why they do that. I don't know the reason why they decided to. What's the main reason, according to your understanding? What was the main reason why?
The reason, basically, it says they walked out. They contravened Article 82 and 84 by walking out. So then they are saying they are forfeiting the game. Then Senegal, actually, Morocco won the final 3-0. For me, I disagree with that, because I watched the game. The game ended. They came back, and not all the Moroccan players, the Senegalese players, went out of the pitch. Some of them went obviously to the dressing room. Then Sadio Mane recalled them. They played the game. It was finished. So to use that, for me, it doesn't really make sense.
It doesn't make sense because then the referee allowed it to happen, to let them come back. The officials, they allowed them to come back.
Because the match was restarted.
Yes. They allowed that to happen.
And it finished. Yeah. It's not like it ended like that. If it ended like that, you would say, okay, but it didn't end like that.
Yeah. Remember, if you're walking out of a pitch on its own, it's a crime. If walking out of the pitch on its own is a crime, is it? I mean, I've seen teams walking out. Maybe there's lightning, whatever. They walk out, and after a few minutes they come back. They never end the game. Like you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's wrong. It's wrong. It should never happen. That one should never happen. We should not allow that to happen. As African people, we should never let these guys, these clowns who run the CAF, we should never let destroy our African government. We love the cup. We love Africa. We are proud of it, and we can't wait every year to watch it. We love it, and so we don't want to be discredit the cup because of bad decision made by the guys who run the African Cup of Nation. So to me, and Nadine, to be honest with you, I don't accept it. I think it's a wrong decision. It should never ever happen in this DNA.
There's a journalist. There's a journalist from Talksport who said, I mean, his name is Osasu Obiauma. He works for Talksport, obviously. He was working for The Guardian in the UK. He's a well-experienced journalist. He says, I am shocked by this decision because as a person who sat at CAF appeals board for 6 years, I know that the appeals board does not have the power to change the on-field decision of a ref.
That means the referee decision is final.
Yeah, someone who was there in CAF for 6 years, he says CAF appeals board don't have power to change a referee's decision. As you said, rightfully so, I agree with you. They can fine them, they can suspend them, they can do those things. They've got powers to do that. Not to change the referee's decision.
No, it's wrong. It's totally wrong.
So how do you think Motsepe will be interpreted? Because he is the CAF president. When CAF is doing well, we are saying Motsepe is doing well. When such decision, what do you think in the international window? As someone who lives in the United Kingdom, what's your take about how are they going to interpret this decision, football-loving people?
Yeah, but I think it might be. I don't know what his job will be, his role in this will be in this one, because he's running organization. Does he have the right to interfere on the decision makers? Does he have the right to say, listen, guys, I think here we lost the plot a little bit. Let's rethink about. But of course, they inform him about this decision before they announce it. I'm sure they inform him. They can't make decision without him knowing what they were doing, or maybe he was part of the decision making. I don't know, but he knew this is what they take. But I think this Morocco thing, to be honest with you.
No. Obviously, I'll want to put it on record. The appeals board is consisted of like 6 or 7 people. Obviously, the president of it is Justice Roder Rabohaiman from Nigeria. And then you've got Frostino Varela from Cape Verde, Taha Nasri from Tunisia, Moses Ikanga from Namibia, Hamoud Boude from Mauritania, Mohamed Dijama from Djibouti, and Aspoki Coleman from Togo. So obviously, I will say the president of CAF is not involved in the appeal decision. I will say that very clear. But the fact is, he is the CAF president. I don't think they can make such decisions without him knowing, him not knowing about it. He knows the kind of uproar he's gonna have in the international media. He's a CAF president.
Yes.
I think the fact is, it's everything in African football. It stops with him. It starts with him. It stops with him. He is in charge of African football. Yeah,
I was very critical about this. To be honest, with Morocco first, I didn't understand why each and every tournament for the last 4 years is held in Morocco. Where women. I was like, what's going on here? One guy told me it's because Morocco has got one guy in FIFA, so maybe the brand envelopes are flying everywhere. But who knows? But this decision obviously has smell red on it. To be honest, there's something wrong about this decision they make. Everybody knows about this. Everybody knows about this decision before it can go out there. It's wrong. It's wrong. There's nothing you can say about it. Like, why? How you do this? How are you doing this? Like, it cannot happen this on the tournament here in local football in a village. This is not going to happen where they say, we are not going to give it. Remember the cup we won last week? or 3 weeks ago, we are going to take it away from you because we're going to give it to someone else. It's not going to happen, even in rural areas. It's not. It's not. It doesn't make sense.
No, I agree with you. It doesn't make sense. It's an embarrassing decision. It has never happened anyway. It puts African football in bad light. It doesn't put it in good standing. It's gonna motivate a lot of teams to deny in releasing players during AFCON matches. I agree with you. I always question, even to my last week, the Africa Cup, the women's AFCON was supposed to be held in Morocco. The AFCON was held in Morocco. Last year's women AFCON has been all of them in Morocco. What's happening with Morocco? Is Morocco the only country in Africa?
Do you know what I mean?
What is it with now Morocco? They are being given a trophy just like that.
It's mad. It's mad, like the way things are going. It's very obvious. It's very obvious there's something wrong. Very, very wrong. Like Morocco, a lot of people will tell you that Morocco was meant to win this from the start. Before
Do you think
any
Patrice
game-
Motsepe? Do you think Patrice Motsepe should step down as CAF president after this decision?
I think, with honesty, I think he did a great job I think a lot of people, they like him in the whole Africa the way he did, to be honest. But on that decision alone, I think he should have gone in and say, listen, guys, this is not right. And he should have, as a leader, he should have said, this is not right. It's going to damage the whole reputation of even him as a president. This will damage his reputation. But to be fair, in terms of general work, I hear good news that he's doing everywhere. And we South Africans always say, why don't you spend money here at home? Because we need more money. Why you spend money everywhere? But I think he's doing a good job overall in the whole Africa, even in the tournament. But
okay, let me ask again. Maybe you didn't hear my question. Do you think Patrice Motsepe should step down after this decision? The CAF president, after Senegal won the trophy on the pitch, where they scored a brilliant goal, the match ended, and then now, under his leadership, was seeing a new champion. Should he step down? That's my question. I didn't ask you, has it done well or not?
Yeah, I was trying to be diplomatic. I didn't want to go that way. I can hear. I had your question, but it's very difficult to say he should resign if he's doing a good job because of one decision. But it's a big decision, though. It's a big, big decision that can. I wouldn't be surprised if people they call him out. But to me, I think he should stay because he's doing a good job. That's what I'm thinking. But this decision he's got it wrong. But if people they want him out because of this decision, I will not argue about it.
As you said, he has done a good job as CAF president.
Yes.
Is that yes? And we agree. I mean, last September, one of guys I know very well, very well, actually. Yeah, the head of CAF TV. I mean, we grew up together and all those kind of things. I know him very well. He's my brother.
Yes.
He said something where CAF had 7 sponsors before Patrice Motsepe took CAF, and then now they've got 23 sponsors. The tournament has attracted a lot of revenue and all those kind of things. Even the team has increased. Yes, I agree with that. But now, what's your take about this? Do you think this decision actually improving African football or putting also the sponsors? Do you think the sponsors will be happy with this decision? Why do you think it puts African football and how people see us as Africans? Because, like it or not, even you are staying in the UK, but you're an African. How does it look? How will make people look at us? For me, that's my question with it. For me, it's a major decision, and I don't think it can be taken without the president of CAF knowing about it. I don't think so. It can be released. I think obviously the CAF appeals board is under his presidency. It's a fact. It's not an independent judicial body that says, okay, do this. It's one thing when Morocco appeals the decision, then another body says, okay, that was wrong and all those kind of things. So do you think an African child will have that kind of interest? As we wrap this thing before moving to the discussion about Sundowns and Pirates, do you think an African child will be proud that, yay, as an African child, I would want to play in AFCON, where you don't know if you can be a champion and tomorrow the medalists say, come and take it back?
Yeah, I know. No, definitely not. The reputation, it's definitely damaging the reputation, not only for CAF, even the president. It does damage the reputation. There's no running away from that. So we won't be happy as a player knowing that you're going to play CAF, but you don't know if they will take it after 1 year or 2 years. Even, they could wait. You could wait after 1 or 2 years, whether you still have a CAF medal. Remember, you spend the whole month or whatever bragging about you got a CAF medal and all that. You know what I mean? Now they want to take it away from you. How are you going to look at other people like, you know what I mean? It's terrible. But to be honest, did they give give a press conference about this, or it's just a statement? Did they ask questions from the
No,
media?
no, sir.
That's a cop on. That's a cop
Yeah,
on.
that's in the, they were releasing a statement.
They should have come out so that they can answer question also from the media. They should have called media conference so that they can answer question, because I'm sure there's a lot of us we want to know and we want to condemn it. We want to in front of them. We want to condemn to tell them this is corruption on its best. To be honest, it is corruption. Although we don't have a
Yeah, it's
proof,
very
but
clear. The appeals board people, they are really corrupt and they are really evil to do that to Senegal. It's so embarrassing that they did it. And they are putting the CAF president, someone who has done so much for African football, in a vulnerable position, because now I was watching TalkSport in the morning. One of the journalists was saying Patrice Motsepe is FIFA's puppet. You can't be shocked with such decision. Obviously, the president of CAF, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, is not the one who took this decision, but obviously, he will be blamed because he's a CAF president.
Yeah, like a coach. The team lose, the coach is wrong, and the team win, and the players are the best. You take responsibility. You know what I mean? He has to take responsibility.
No, definitely. Since I've been watching football, this is the worst decision I've ever seen in my life. It's embarrassing, it's disgusting, it's horrible, it's terrible. Those people who took this decision, honestly speaking, they must be removed from the CAF appeals board, because it's very clear that we are dealing with wicked people who want to destroy the image of African football. I don't know what it's, to some extent, what is it going to do to the sponsors that the president of CAF has gotten in this kind of thing. It's embarrassing, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. We can't change much. The president of CAF, I honestly think the people in his inner circle should have advised him that this decision, it rather say you are gonna replay the match or something like that, or ban Senegal in the next AFCON. Do something, ban the coach, but take a decision where you say you're gonna take the medal. Now, Morocco is the new champion. It's the most embarrassing decision in the world, in the history of football. As we wrap up this matter, we're moving on to Orlando Pirates, the mighty Buccaneers.
Yeah, before we wrap up that one, I'd like to hear what you think about what the chances of Senegal appeal being successful. Because if these guys, they're mafias, they already made decision. As far as I'm concerned, Senegal, they're wasting the time because it's already made from the back room. So I'd actually think, before we will proceed to another matter, whether you think Senegal will have a chance. I just hope they can return. They can. I think they'll be scared to make sure that they turn this decision. They'll be scared because then they'll realize, they'll be embarrassed to turn the decision, because that means the first decision was wrong. So I don't know how they're going to deal with this, because if Senegal appeal and find that they win, let's say Senegal appeal and win, I mean, this will be even worse for CAF, because that means the decision they took in the first place, they were very wrong. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I just think Senegal will have no chance if it's already made up. If the decision is already made up that this is going to Morocco.
I disagree with you, because the laws of the game, Article 5 of the FIFA laws of the game, is very clear. A referee's decision is final and cannot be overturned. CAS will just say this is a nonsense decision. CAS will rule against CAF. Senegal will continue being the champion. It's not going to work. It's an embarrassing decision. It's going to be reversed. Obvious. CAS is going to reverse such an embarrassing decision. We cannot speak for almost 30 minutes and say it's the worst. All over the world, people are talking about it. It's going to be reversed. I know that, because the referee's decision is final. They will use their own FIFA's law case. So you can't. And someone who said, he said in the CAF appeals board for 6 years, he said the appeals board don't have a right to change the referee's decision. So it's going to be changed. It's, honestly speaking, the appeals board people are bad people.
Yes, it has to change.
They are really, really bad people. I don't know if they are taking a banned substance, but this decision is the worst one I've ever seen. You think there's money involved? Yeah, it could be. It could be the Moroccans give them something good, monies and all those things. Good to know, we'll take care of you. It could be the Moroccan might as well say they are sorted, because the Moroccans, no. But it is what it is, guys. This matter is very problematic for African football. It's embarrassing for now. But obviously, Senegal is very clear. Let me read it before we wrap this decision. 5.2. It says a decision will be made to the referee's ability according to the laws of the game and the spirit of the game, and will be based on the opinion of the referee who has discretion to take appropriate action within framework of the game. The decision of the referee regarding facts and connected with play, including whether or not a goal is scored and the result of the match are final. The decision of the ref and all the match official must always be respected. The laws of the game 5.2 is very clear. The referee's decision is final. So you cannot change it. Bona, they can say CAF, they can suspend whoever, ban them, but you can't change a referee's decision.
Yeah,
You can't.
that one we agree. 100% agree. Remember,
And the president of this appeals board, is from Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Nigerian guy. He's Justice Roli Talibo Hariman.
Ooh. Yeah, maybe
I think we need to we need to
maybe-
investigate this guy's profile with bribery and all those things. This justice, we need to investigate him. Because this man is destroying the good work of Dr. Patrice Motsepe, the good work of CAF, because CAF has a lot of people who has done a lot to improve African football. Me and Albert were not going to be naive and think the whole CAF is involved. We know that there is an appeals board, because the other board, Albert, just to be frank with you, it rejected this decision. It says it can find people. It reject. Then the appeals board within CAF is the one who granted you this thing. So I cannot say CAF, all CAF people are bad people. No. The appeals board is full of people who are very, very evil people. It's full of satanic people, this appeals board. You can't do that in the spirit of the game.
No, we can't do that. We remember, there's a few examples that we can quickly give. There was a situation where, you remember when Juventus was relegated because they used to buy the referees and all. The same similar situation happened to Barcelona. I think there is this controversy that they used to own the referees. They can't go on. They can go on and take all the cups they won from 20 years ago or whatever. It's just not possible. Like Maradona, after a long time, we realized that Maradona used to take stuff before he played. He used to take a lot of that. So they can't say this guy's been taking stuff for a long time. Now we have to disqualify Argentina. All the games they play, they take all the cups away from. We can't do that. No, the referee decision at that time was final. They declared the match. They declared the match to be won. So it should be like that. They can deal with this other stuff after that.
That's why CAS is gonna rule against this madness decision. Yeah, it's madness. Yeah, let's move on to yesterday we saw Mamelodi Sundowns playing Marumo Gallants at Loftus Versfeld in Pretoria North to be specific. The game ended 3-1. Sundowns goal was scored by Ntia. Marumo Gallants defender, obviously it was an own goal. Then Bafana Bafana player scored 2 brilliant goals. That just shows that you can't really, if you have quality, you have quality. That kind of experience, you need it. I mean, that's the thing.
2 chances.
At the end of the day, Sundowns won the game 3-1. Where does it put Sundowns? Do you think the league is gone now? Sundowns are gonna be champions?
That game, I never be so nervous watching the game, to be honest, because I texted a message that Sundowns is going to draw today. And it was looking like, although Sundowns were very dominant, but I was just start to dream a little bit, like Sundowns, this team can hold on to Sundowns and draw. But I think the second goal, one guy made it right back of Gallant made a big mistake. And I hate him for that, because that was looking a 1-1 draw game from... Now, Tebo Mgwena, he didn't get the man of the match. I don't know why they gave someone a man of the match, a goalkeeper for Marumo Gallant. He did well, he said, but when you come in here, your team need a winner. And you come in and score a goal, not only one goal, and score a second goal, you should automatically be a man of the match. I think Tebo Mgwena should be man of the match, in my opinion. Because I've seen this before, where a player comes in and score a winner, one goal, score a winner, and then become a man of the match. So I don't know why Tebo Mgwena was not man of the match yesterday, because of that the impact he made from the bench. That's a big impact. Scored 2 goal winners. The second goal, I have to be honest with you, that was a goal from Tebo Mgwena. The first goal, well, I didn't I don't think he hit it very well, but it was a good goal. But I was very disappointed, Nadim, because I thought that game was going to be draw. Pirates will go on top after that. But I still believe like Sundowns is going to draw a game somehow. We just need Pirates to win, keep on winning. I think like yesterday, they will they will um they will rotate teams. They can't play the same players week in Champions League weekend, 3 games3 matches in a week. They can't do that. It's not possible. They will rest like they did yesterday. They will take a chance.
But they've been doing that and winning. That's the thing. Since the beginning of the year, Pirates have drawn against Skukune. Then they lost to Mamelodi Sundowns and drawn against Siwelele. Sundowns have won all the games. That is the difference. What does it tell you? Does it tell you that Sundowns is winning the league or Pirates can still win the league? What's your decision on that?
I remember at the beginning, I told you, I still think at the beginning, look, I told you because of experience and quality, Sundowns they possess. I always go with Sundowns because of that. They've been there before. They've got quality. They know how to. They don't panic. You know what I mean? They've done that before. And on the other hand, you look at Alon Pirates. Pirates they buy young promising stars. You know what I mean? That's it. They don't buy ready. You see, when you look at Sundowns here, they don't play with the youngsters. If you are a youngsters, you go to Sundowns, you're wasting your time. They don't play with youngsters. They buy ready-made and quality to go and win. So, and then look at Pirates. Yes, they're promising they're doing this, but you can see, like, I do see sometimes the Pirates are panicking when they win 1-0 towards the end of the game, yeah, before or around 80 minutes, you can see, like, even supporters, Pirates supporters here, it'll be nail-biting finish all the time when Pirates is playing. If you look at the way they should have dropped the point against which game they played before they played Polokwane City, where Tito scored a last-minute winner. It should be drawn.
Polokwane City, yeah.
Was it Polokwane City or before Polokwane City?
Yeah, Polokwane City, it was 1-1. Then Tito scored at the end. Yeah.
It should be. You can see like there was a panic. They start to panic. When the reason why they're panicking is because they have no quality. They don't finish up the games. They don't score a lot of goals. They miss a lot of chances. All Pirates, they're squandering a lot of chances, man. So they don't make it easy for themselves and supporters. Then they become nervous towards the end of the game. The games, they've been very close. If you look at the games they played recently, they've been very close. But when you look at them also, every time I look at Pirates, I always feel like, oh man, they should have scored at least 5 goals. They leave a lot of goals in the field all the time. They score few. So that shows me they're not clinical, and we know why. It's because they start with the young man. I like the young man, Mputuma, but I don't think Pirates should be leading. He should be leading the line for Pirates, to be honest. I don't think so. He should be coming in.
Yeah, I agree with you. Mputuma should be
coming in second half. Yeah.
Not even coming. I don't think it's good enough to play for Pirates, honestly speaking. I think Pirates made a mistake in releasing their striker Mabasa to Stellenbosch, who was more experienced than Butuma. At the same time, them losing Boraz also didn't help them, because defensively, as you rightfully say, they become more nervous by the end of the game. They don't look. And the good point that you have said, people have not been saying, Sundowns don't play with youngsters. And Pirates have got promising youngsters. Sundowns are playing with well-experienced players. That just shows you the different level. With that in mind, who do you think is going to win the league?
I still think Sundowns. Because people think I'm saying this now, but I said this before, to be honest. Even before, when there were 15 games that time, that I think because of experience, Sundowns they're going to win it. So, but I realized Sundowns, if you look at Sundowns at that time, they started playing a young man who was playing the under 20. I can't remember his name, as a left back. He played one game, he made a mistake. Adios. They don't mess about. Now where is the guy? The young man? He's gone.
Yes, that defender, Sibia. Yes, Sibia. That promising defender. Played 2 games, made a mistake, gone.
Yeah, no experience, making mistakes, gone. But if he was playing for Pirates or whatever, they were going to give him more chance.
Yeah, Pirates, they will play you until you improve.
Yes, they will play you until you improve. That's not, you see, this year, Nadim, this was a year for Pirates to have a chance to win the league. Next year, if Sundowns win the Champions League this year, next year, Champions League is not going to be a priority. They will win the league easy again. They will focus on the league. This year, I believe it's the year that Pirates should win this league, because Pirates sometimes focusing more on the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? I still pray that maybe one day Sundowns can draw one game, and then we go on top again. I still pray that.
Yeah, that's the problem. Pirates can draw one game and Sundowns can draw one game, obviously.
Yes.
There's no guarantee that Pirates will win their games. That's it. Because as we stand, Sundowns are leading the league by 1 point.
Is it
Pirates,
2 or 1?
no,
Is
2
it 2 or
points.
1?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
2 points. So there's no guarantee that even if Sundowns drew, Pirates must win theirs, and there's no guarantee. What will take on such over this weekend? They are playing against TS Galaxy. They are going to Nelspruit, and TS Galaxy is the same team that is in the semi-final of the Nedbank Cup. Is the same team that beat Sundowns in the Nedbank Cup. So and they beat Sundowns. Do you think Pirates can go to Mbombela and win that game after failing to beat Siwelele at home? A team that before going to Pirates have played 9 games away from home, 1-1, lost 4, drawn 4, and scored 4 goals. Because before Siwelele went to Pirates, they've only scored 4 goals away from home after 9 matches. So do you honestly think there's a chance that we might see? Okay, what do you think about that game, Pirates and TS Galaxy?
You know, to be honest with you, you know what your heart is telling you that we Pirates is going to win, you know, because it's a big club. You cannot, as you said, there's no guarantee in this, as you've seen before. Especially Pirates, when they're playing against the team with playing low block and the team they're defending properly, like you see with Polokwane City. Not only as Pirates, but a lot of teams, they find it very difficult to break them down because you need different quality to break the team down, the low block. And Pirates is finding very, very difficult to break the teams who are defending very well. That because of the Pirates, they play high tempo football with more speed. Do you know what I mean? And that only works when you the team is you are playing against. They're actually attacking you. They will leave the space at the back, and then you can capitalize on that space. If you play speedy game like Pirates does. My worry with Pirates is when the team is coming playing low block, there's no space in behind for the speedy players. That's where Pirates struggle. And that's where we're going to face on weekend again. And I'm concerned that might be a draw again. But I want them to win. Oh, well, the best thing to do for Pirates here is to draw this game so they can take us out of misery. So they can be sure that they're not going to win this league. I think that's the best thing they can do. Because every week they're promising that we're there, we're going to win it. And then suddenly they drop. And it's boring me. Because I'm hoping they can consistently win. And we could put pressure on Sundowns. Because yes, if Pirates, they've got the advantage of playing first. What that means is you win your game and you put pressure on your on Sundowns. But then Pirates, they go and drop points, and Sundowns, there's no pressure. They relieve pressure on Sundowns. And then the rest is history.
Yeah, no, the rest is history. The way I think about it, the more I feel like Sundowns, obviously, I have the trophy in one hand, simply because Pirates have not really improved. They make a lot of mistakes, as Albert is saying. They create a lot of chances, and the conversion rate is very low. And they tend to lose concentration by the end, and that nervousness you can see is there. And I don't think you can win a league like that where you're scared. As you saw, they are playing with confidence and freedom. I cannot say the same thing about Pirates. I mean, Pirates is basically all the matches they've won. One you say against Polokwane City, against Richards Bay. Yes, they won, but that win came at a very, very narrow margin. So I honestly think, it's gonna go down to with the game against TS Galaxy. Obviously, TS Galaxy, they are playing at home. They are well rested, and you can't forget that they are going to the Nedbank Cup semifinals, and it looks like they might even go all the way to win it. And they are the only team that have beaten Sundowns since the beginning of the year. They beat Sundowns and knocked them out of the cup, Nedbank Cup.
That means the strong.
Pirates, I think they can win, but they must come prepared, because this is Sundowns who won 8 games in a row in the league. And then they only lost to TS Galaxy in this calendar year. So it's going to be a very tough game for Pirates. They mustn't think they've won it, that match.
Yeah, just a quick one on Pirates before we leave this one. I don't think the defense at the moment, when you look at the previous games, I know you made a point about Mbugazi, but I don't. They concede 1 goal. They don't concede a lot of goals. Where I see Pirates' problem here, for me, is up front. They do create chances, a lot of chances, but they don't put them away. But the defense, I know people are saying Mbugazi is gone, they should be replaced and all that. But they've only conceded 1 goal. Do you know what I mean? It's not that they conceded 3 or 4 goals a game. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm kind of thinking like, I mean, even before Mbogasi left Pirates, they were conceding goals. It's not like Mbogasi was stopping goal. You know what I mean? They were even losing when Mbogasi was there. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? I don't think the guy who came Siema, I think it's even quicker. It surprised me. It's even quicker to read the ball. The problem is the height. That one I can guarantee you. Pirates, they were smaller defenders, man. It reminded me of the game we were watching yesterday, which one? Was it Manchester City? Yeah. They realized that these teams, they're small. All you need to do is just put the ball in the box. Pirates, this game, every ball or any set pieces, I'm getting scared that the other team is going to score because they're too small, all of them. There's no balance in terms of a height. So, but on the ground, they look okay because they're conceding less goals. But my main concern is you can't create 5 chances or 6 chances and score 1 goal a game and you expect to win the league. That's where my problem is with Pirates. Lack of quality up front.
No. There I disagree with you very wrong. You can go back to the history of Real Madrid when they were winning the Champions League 3 times in the row. Sometimes Ronaldo, they will not score. Then Sergio Ramos, the central defender, will go in and rise and move forward. Man City, when they were dominating, Vincent Kompany will rise and get that 1 goal. Barcelona, when they were doing so well, Puyol will go on and rise. Sometimes you need that kind of defender with confidence. The defense, the attack to score a goal doesn't start from the strikers, it starts from the back. If defenders are only worried about defending, they are not helping the team offensively. Even if you can look at Real Madrid, the attack starts from the goalkeeper. I mean, at Pirates, you feel the goalkeeper, the defense, especially with CBC, is that lack of confidence. They might not be conceding, but the inspiration, I will say, throughout the history of football, we're always gonna say start from the back. Do you agree with that? As a coach, I think you can explain it better than me.
No, I agree. It depends how you want to play, by the way. If you want to play, okay, first it has to be we look at which team you're playing. If you're playing a bigger team, you're underdog, you have to play a different way, to be honest with you. To be able to get the result, you try to find a way like, how can I get the result from this game? That's the first thing. Are you going to play low block? Are you going to hit the team on a break? Normally, that happens in the smaller teams. But if you are playing a team that you think you can dominate, they are not good possession team, you can do that also. Thinking like, if we play possession game, we dominate possession, make them tired, and then you can create chances like that. We're defending with the ball, basically, because if you give them the ball, they're very dangerous. So what you do is you retain the possession as long as you can to defending with the ball. So that's another way to do it. Some teams, they say, okay, we're going to be good without the ball. Basically, you defend, kick the ball forward so that they can be free, thinking like they're dominating you. They spread out, they do this, and then you hit them on a break and you score. So it depends how you're going to play. But I understand when you say Pirates now, they're not playing out from back. Maybe there's a reason why. The coach maybe knows these players. Maybe they're not good enough to do that. So you can't force it. If you have players who can play out from back 1 or 2 at the back, then, and the teams will know that. And I will know that, okay, we want the ball. We want this team here, this guy not to have the ball. But only once the ball goes to Nadine, we block the defense on one side, yeah? We give Nadine free pass so the goalkeeper can pass Nadine. And then when the ball goes to Nadine, because it's not good, then we're going to press him as quick as possible so he can make a mistake, we take the ball and score. So they plan all those scenarios. Maybe the Pirates coach realized, Mbogas is not there, like you're saying. These guys cannot play with confidence at the back. That's why maybe see them playing a little bit and then hitting the fullbacks. Maybe that's a plan. I don't know. But my worry is they don't score and they don't finish the dinner. That's my worry. You know, the ball is there. How many chances for this? Every game, we'll look every game, Nadine. You will say, this guy missed 3 chances in front of goal. This guy missed.
Who do you blame? Do you blame the Pirates coach?
I don't blame the coach. I can't blame the coach. The coach can't score. Let's be honest. The coach is sitting on the bench. The coach do a lot of work to training.
No, but the coach is hired to make the players score, right?
But that's the way we're wrong, because not every player. That's you see scoring here. The scoring, maybe if you ask Fanny Madida one day, will tell you the most difficult thing in football is to score goals. Not every player score goals. Not every player is Andres Sivola who just come and say, very simple, score goals. It's very difficult part of the game. Not all the players who can try to teach them how to score goals, but they will never be. There's always be a finisher like Mabasa. Mabasa can do anything. But when he's in front of goal, that calmness and control to know what to do to just score the goal is very easy for him. It comes natural. So not every player can do that. Even this one, I don't blame the players, trust me, because they're doing their best. They're trying, but they're not goal scorers. Do you know what I mean? They're trying. You can see them when they miss, they hold their head like, what have I done? But it's not their fault. It's what they are. It's who they are. They're not goal scorers, all of them. Even Mahopa is not a goal scorer. Even Butuma is not a goal.
So you're saying the players of Paris are not good enough?
No, to the level we want. To the level we want them. I don't blame them. I'm not saying this in a bad way, but I'm just saying we don't have goal scorers. That's the reason why we're missing so many chances.
No. That's a good point there. As we wrap, so Bafana Bafana announcing squad in the preliminary squad. One name I want us to talk about is Themba Zwane. What's your take? Obviously, he's 36 years or 37. He's not playing at Mamelodi Sundowns. Do you think the coach should keep on selling, even though it doesn't start at Mamelodi Sundowns? When he plays, he's going to play 10 minutes or less than that. Do you honestly think he should go to the World Cup? What's your take on that with him? Obviously, he was born in 3 August. He's turning 37 this year. He's 36 now. Do you think he should go to the World Cup? If it goes, as what? Is it going to improve the team? What's your assessment with him?
Yeah. First of all, I'm just actually, there's no consistency when they pick the teams, because we've been told for a long time that if you're not playing, you can't be selected. We've been told for a long time. That's how Bruce select the team. But I seen Van Rooyen also in the team, was like, Van Rooyen is not even playing in Pirates. Like, why are you pick? And then, like you said, with why he called me now? He actually realized, I think he realized that he doesn't have a player like him. Yeah. But then he has to pick him even if he's not playing, because he needs that type of creativity. Maybe I can understand the reason why he picked that, because we said in the CAF that the team lack a player like Zwane. So Zwane is Zwane, you can't replace him. So if you don't have another Zwane, what do you? Maybe that's the scenario, because at the end of the day, it's all about winning. If Zwane can help us to go to the second round in the World Cup, why not pick him? But I don't even know if we can finish, to be honest, if we can go second round. We cannot get out of the group, in my opinion.
So you think even though he's not playing at Sundowns, he can be good enough to help Bafana Bafana go to the next round?
It's a very unique player, to be honest. It's a very unique player we have, but it's not fair on the players who are playing week in, week out, and who are on form, because that's what you, as a coach, that's what you tell the players to do. You perform well, you train well, you perform well, we get picked. So it's very hard on the other players who are playing. Like, listen, I'm playing every week, like Tito, for instance. I'm playing every week now, and why are you not picking me to the national team because I'm playing? Zwane is not playing. They've got a case to answer. But then, as a coach, you're looking a certain player that your team needs to make sure that they attack clicks. Even if the guy is not playing, even if he's injured, we still want him in the team. Do you know what I mean? Maybe he's not going to start him, though. He's not going to start him. He's going to start all the guys. And then when he needs him, second half, he can put him in. Maybe. I don't know how he's going to use him. But I do understand why he picks him, because Themba Zwane is a unique player. We don't have that now in like all these guys. You know what I mean? But the problem with that is if he doesn't pick him, like we've seen with Mufuge, if Sundowns doesn't pick him, he will not have match fitness.
Yeah, no. As we wrap there, I agree. We saw Real Madrid, the Champions League. Real Madrid yesterday beat Man City on aggregate 5-1. What's your take on that match? Pep Guardiola losing to a team like Madrid 5-1. Does it mean Pep Guardiola's career as a coach is... I mean, it will never happen, that thing 10 years ago. Okay, it did happen 10 years ago, but it cannot happen like when he was still starting at Barcelona.
Yes. Well, to be honest with you, with Pep said it. To me, I think it's finished. His time is finished at Manchester City, to be honest with you. The reason why I'm saying this is because he tried to play his own style possession game that needs a lot of people, a lot of players with this very, very powerful football IQ. Do you know what I mean? But the current crop of players that they have, the wingers, it doesn't have them. It doesn't have those players like De Bruyne's, like Gundogan's, like the David Silvas. Bernardo Silva is a little bit old. He shouldn't be in a team, to be honest, in my opinion. So even if you look at Barcelona and you look at Bayern Munich, so I think he's trying to play the same way with this crop of players, but they don't have a good football IQ. But now they change to a more counter-attacking team. They play fast with fast wingers. Did you see that? But the problem with the wingers, I've always said this, the problem if the wingers they bought here, they are not as good as the previous wingers they have. The previous wingers, they got goals. Mahrez got goals. And Sterling had goals in him. Who's the guy? Sane. Sane had goals. And then you look at Alvarez goals, even if he's a winger. But you took out all the players that score goals, you replace with the guys that can't score. And then you rely on one player now.
Yeah, because another thing I'm thinking about that, yes, that's Semenya is coming from Bournemouth, a team that is fighting relegation historically. Then you think it's going to be upgraded and become a sharpshooter at Man City.
Yeah, to be fair, he scored a few goals, yes, Semenyo, but it's not a technical player. Very good technical player. You see that. He loses the ball very easy and all that. But I think that's where Pep Guardiola, the players he buy. Cheki is his player. You see, Cheki is a good buy for him because it's more technical and he can come up something special. Yeah, that's Pep's players, that one. But the rest of the players around there's not enough goals.
And then apart Madrid winning that kind of matches.
Yeah, they lost it first half, the first game, to be honest with you, 3-0. I thought Manchester City would score at least one goal going home. Bernardo Silva scored, he made a big mistake by blocking the ball. I always tell my players, when you're the last man, you're better off leave the guy score, and then so that we can have 11 players in the pitch. Then if they score one goal, we still have a more on all-man powers. We can still equalize and even win the game. But if you look, sometimes it's a reaction. It's a natural reaction. I don't think he meant to do it. It's just one of those things, like when something's coming in front of your face, you quickly block it. But you know what I mean? I think that happened. If you ask him now, why did you do it? He might tell you, I don't know why I did it. But he should never do it.
It's one of those things. And
never
Arsenal beating Bayer Leverkusen.
Yes. I'm disappointed because I wanted Arsenal to get out, or to go out, to be honest. But Arsenal is
Which team do you support?
Barcelona first. The reason why I support follow Manchester City is because of Pep, because he was in Barcelona. So I had a soft spot. I just have a soft spot in the football style they play. You know what I mean? Arsenal, they're top team they're the top team. I thought they were going to be favored to win this Champions League, but I see PSG is up now. It's up and running now, very strong. To be honest, they play very good now. It looked like that spell of PSG, they're playing bad, is over. Now they're back again. I think they've got I don't think Real Madrid will win it, though. I don't think so. As a Barcelona fan, anyway, I don't think they will win it.
No, it's understandable because I don't even think you thought Real Madrid can beat Man City 5-1. It's understandable.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, no, Real Madrid, don't worry. Real Madrid will win the Champions League. Remember, they beat Man City without... They beat Man City without 9 key players. 9, including Mbappe, who's their best player and score more goals, including Jude Bellingham, who's their star midfielder, including... Yes, sir?
I don't rate Bellingham. I think it's nothing special. I don't see anything
special. It doesn't matter if you rate him or not, but the Real Madrid is so important. He scores goals. It doesn't matter if you rate him, but he's very, very good.
He's not a Real Madrid player.
No, he scores a lot of goals. He's done a lot. Already at Madrid, I think he has helped Madrid to win the league and the Champions League. When I think he was in the top 10 players in the Ballon d'Or. Yeah. Yes, you can hate him. I mean, I remember going to Barcelona and scoring 2 goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, it is what it is. Arsenal also, they're through. And then Chelsea lost 5-2 to PSG, the champions.
They won the manager
out. That was
an
interesting one.
They won the manager out. Chelsea fans.
Yeah, I mean, that young boy, I don't know. I think they're rushing quick.
You know what? I was disappointed yesterday about that Real Madrid and Manchester City.
Yeah.
And Arnold, he plays so good because we want him in Manchester City. But the way he played yesterday, I think Real Madrid would be reluctant to release him. They're not going to release him anymore. He played very good.
Release him for what? They just signed him. Why are they going to release him?
Because there was a rumor.
Why will you go from Real Madrid to go to
City?
Man City?
Because he was not playing.
Because that will be a step down in your career. Because even now, as we speak, Alan wants to join Real Madrid. Why will you go from there to low? Because you're staying in Ireland. Can you leave Ireland and go and stay in South Sudan?
But the problem was he was not playing. And then Tuchel is not like Bruce.
No, he was injured. Was injured.
Oh, he was injured. Okay. Yeah. But there's rumors that City, they're tapping on him.
No, they was injured, and Xabi Alonso took time to integrate him back to the team, and that's why he's one of those players when Xabi Alonso lost his job, they didn't wish him a farewell.
So you think Real Madrid is going to win this tournament?
Yes, 100% they will win the Champions League.
I think PSG is going to win it.
But I think Barcelona will win La Liga.
Yeah.
Real Madrid, I think, will win the Champions League. Remember, Barcelona are leading the league by 4 points. Even if they go to Camp Nou and beat Real Madrid, Barcelona, they still have that kind of 1 point. I don't think Real Madrid will win every game again.
Yeah.
I think Barcelona are capable of being eliminated out of the Champions League. I don't know if they will, but I think they will win La Liga. But Madrid, they know how to win their Champions League. It's their trophy, just like Sundowns. The PSL is Sundowns' trophy. The Champions League, Real Madrid, they go and come back and take it.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah. But I still think I like what I see with PSG, you know. I still like like last year. It's very good, very talented, and very technical players. They are very good. Coutinho is the best midfielder for in the world. That guy is unbelievable. And the left back, I wish Mendy should be playing for Manchester City or Barcelona.
Yeah, but he's injury prone. He's a top left back, but he got injured. He comes and even yesterday he played well in the first leg. Yesterday he was already injured, hamstring or something. The injuries are not doing justice. Anyways, thank you so much, Albert, for joining us, and all the best as you leave the country to Ireland. It's good that you're not going to Dubai because they is bombing anything that moves. So you're moving straight from Johannesburg International Airport straight to Ireland or England.
I managed to find a flight because my flight was linked to Dubai. My flight was cancelled. I can't go to work. That's why I'm here for long. But I managed to get a flight very expensive. So Kenya, I have to go from Kenya to Amsterdam, from Amsterdam to Ireland. So it's messy. It's very, very messy, but very expensive though. And
like how much?
13 costs me 13,000 something. A single ticket.
No, don't worry. The podcast is gonna get sponsor. We'll try and support you once you get sponsor.
Greet the guys. Tell them that I was not I had a problem with the internet, so I'll be back next week. I'll be back again from Sunday.
Yeah, no, definitely. Once you are in Ireland, you will be back. And also, I think in the PSL, you must come back properly because I think your coaching experience that is in Ireland, PSL teams can benefit from them because we've been seeing one of the same coaches changing from Skukune to Suwelele, from Suwelele, then you go to Arrows. We need a new breed of coaches. I think you will be one of those coaches who can really improve the PSL coaches. If you want a coach, just call me. I've got a coach for you. I'll be the agent. So you discuss the monies, the contract with me.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much, everyone. Please continue subscribing. This is NXL 360. My name is Nadim. Join us next time.
Cheers.